What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for another career video. It's been a little while since we've done one, so let's do one. Today we're going to be doing another player from my childhood who isn't, I think he just recently retired, or he might be still playing in Sweden, but Marcus Kruger, one of the bottom six guys on those Chicago Blackhawks 13 and 15 teams. I'm trying to block out the light here, the sun there. He's a 2009 fifth-round pick and picked 149th overall by Chicago. He doesn't make his debut until 2010-11. With Chicago, he plays 7 games, no goals, no assists, no points. However, in the playoffs, he plays 5 games, no goals, 1 assist, 1 point. So his first point is a playoff point. Cool. 2011-12, he goes right into the lineup. 71 games, 9 goals, 17 assists, 26 points. So there's some offense there. 6 games played in the playoffs, however, no goals, no assists, no points. 2012-13 is a big year. He plays all but 1 game, 47 games in the lockout shortened season, 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 points, 23 games played, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. He wins the Stanley Cup. His line is the one on the ice when Bolin gets the winner in Game 6 against Boston, and that's 17 seconds. And did he have any memorable moments in that one? I think that was more 2015. Yeah, I remember he scored a few goals against Minnesota in the first round. Might have had one against Detroit, but overall, he's part of that line that gets the. I think he might have even got the deflection that got the puck to the net. But Marcus Kruger is a Stanley Cup champion. 2013-14, he plays all but 1 game once again, 81 games, 8 goals, 20 assists, 28 points. That's his most offensive productive season. Remember, he is not a top 6 forward. He is a third line, fourth line center kind of guy. So putting up those totals on this Hawks team, excellent. 19 games played in the playoffs, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. 2014-15, 81 games played, once again, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points, so the offense drops a bit. However, 23 games played in the playoffs, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, as he gets his second Stanley Cup. Not to mention, he scores in the longest game in Blackhawks history. He gets the winner with, I think, 4 minutes left in triple overtime against the Anaheim Ducks in Game 2 of that Western Conference Final. Right there at the net, gets it past Anderson, that was in net then, and the Hawks walk away with that one, and if they don't win that game, that series is over. So Kruger, a big piece right there to helping them get over that series against Anaheim, which I truly thought they should have lost. 2015-16, 41 games played, and the offense just kind of falls out. No goals, 4 assists, 4 points. In the playoffs, 7 games played, no goals, 1 assist, 1 point. 2016-17, 70 games played, 5 goals, 12 assists, 17 points. And then in the playoffs, Hawks are embarrassingly swept by Nashville. 4 games played in the playoffs, and he's one of the few that gets a point. He gets an assist, no goals, 1 point. So as you can see, eliminated by Vancouver, eliminated by Phoenix, wins Cup, eliminated by LA in the third round, wins the Cup, losing the first round to St. Louis, losing the first round to Nashville. And then bonkers, his trade history just skyrockets. July 2nd of 2017, he's traded to the expansion Vegas Golden Knights for future considerations from Chicago. 2 days later, so he's a Vegas Golden Knights legend, that means, because he spends 2 days there, and then July 4th, he's traded to Carolina for a 2018 fifth-round pick. So Marcus Kruger is going to Carolina. 2017-18 with the Hurricanes, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. And in Carolina, he's not playing as big of a role as he was in Chicago. He's an extra guy at some nights. And Carolina, at this point, is not. They're on a streak of missing the playoffs. I think they hit 9 or 10 years that year, and they missed the playoffs. And then in 2018, then that following summer or spring, on May 3rd, he's traded to Arizona with 2018 third for Jordan Martinook and a 2018 fourth-round pick. Fair to say Carolina wins that trade. Martinook is an established player in their lineup, a top 9 guy, and he looked great in the playoffs this season. And then he never plays a game with Arizona, just like Vegas, because he's part of a big deal on July 12, 2018, which he's sent with Mackenzie Entwistle, who's still in Chicago, Jordan Maleta, Andrew Campbell, and a 2019 fifth-round pick. He's going back to Chicago for Vinny Hinostroza, Jordan Osterley, the contract of Marian Hossa, and a 2019 third-round pick. We just did the Hossa career video, and he was part of that trade in that video. Same trade here, which Kruger is going the other way. So he goes back to Chicago for one more year. 2018-19, he plays 74 games, 4 goals, 8 assists, 12 points. No playoffs for Chicago that year. That would round out his NHL career, as he would, just like before he started in the NHL, he played in Sweden. He would go back to play in Sweden. His totals for his career: 520 games played, 38 goals, 85 assists, 123 points. 87 games played in the playoffs, 6 goals, 10 assists, 16 points. And a very underrated defensive forward. Kruger was pretty good defensively. A good two-way forward. Scoring was never his game. He was a third, fourth line guy. He can shut down the other team. And that 28-point season on that 14 team is pretty good. With those Prime Hawks, 26 points in his second year there. Never more than 9 goals in a season, but not a bad career. He played 500-plus games, won 2 Stanley Cups, and now we'll get into his international awards. At the World Juniors in 2010, he wins bronze. At the World Cup of Hockey in 2016, he wins bronze. At the Sochi Olympic Games in 2014, he wins silver. And in World Championships in 2011, he wins silver, and 2017, he wins gold. So that's 5 medals for Marcus Kruger. Represented Sweden a lot in his career. But yeah, that's going to conclude the career video of Marcus Kruger. Never one of, I'd say, my favorite players. I liked his name. I thought I enjoyed watching him. I wouldn't say he was a top-tier player. He wasn't a player I disliked either. But overall, a good bottom 6 forward for the Blackhawks in a time that they were really good. So he was a part of that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.